remember writing it, thinking, wow. I am the composer of a song you might know called One Shining Moment. I had just finished a gig at this little club called the Varsity Inn. Got done with my night's work and bellied up to the bar. Larry Bird was playing basketball. So I was watching Larry because that was 86 and he was in his prime. This waitress sat down next to me and it's fair to say that she was quite lovely. And so much so that I'd never spoken to her over the months I'd played there because she asked about what I was looking at and I tried to explain to her about basketball. When I turned around to continue the conversation, she'd wandered into the night forever. Everything changed, here we go, in this building. And it began with Jan. And
Barrett.
Haven't I seen you before? About 30 years ago?
About 30 years ago, yeah, you did.
She looks the same.
Oh, please.
I've put a few miles on these tires.
We've put miles on our tires.
The last time I was here was when Jan sat down and inspired me to talk about one of the few things I know about, which is basketball.
I knew nothing about basketball. I did not appreciate its beauty. Had anybody less ignorant than me sat here, anybody with a clue about poise or athleticism or what happens on a court, you never could have written that song.
I think
you
I owe you
like
one.
a blank slate to lay your story onto.
Yes. But I only talked about it with her because, of course, I was panicked. And secondly, I knew a little bit about basketball. Larry at the time was in the zone and tried to explain to her what the zone was and so forth. I realized the way of talking about the zone is this shining moment.
Do you remember what you told me?
Forgive me, tell me what?
You told me there is a moment, and it's rare, but occasionally you're on the court and you make the right step and you lift your arm and the ball makes the right arc, and against every possibility the shot works. It goes through the net. And I understood that it's like poetry.
It is like that.
The words don't usually come that way.
I wrote the idea for the song and it really stuck. And I wrote all the lyrics on the back of a napkin. Just literally sat down at the piano and got the napkin out, out of my pocket and wrote it. Because my story, while affected you, not enough to have you stay here, it worked out perfectly.
I'm glad it worked out.